This is our returning champion, Bob Clatterbuck, originally from Cleveland, Ohio. Stand by to see Bob play for a trip to England, valued at $5,118. Tonight, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a Mercedes-Benz, valued at $28,843 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. Two of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Good evening. Welcome to Sale of the Century in the studio, and welcome to you at home. Nice to have you here with us, and we're delighted to welcome back our returning champion, Bob Clatterbuck. Hello there, Bob.
Hello, Jim.
Bob, I didn't think I was going to see you this evening. Now, you won with $80, and you decided not to take the first prize, which was very simply $3,000 in cash. You could have bought for $80.
I agreed. I think that's my problem.
Well, all right. Well, we put the money in the bank, so a win tonight, and you need another $95. You're $95 away with the win from a trip to England worth well over $5,000.
Beautiful, Jim.
So good luck. You're a fine champion.
Thanks.
Here to introduce the challengers, Summer Bartholomew. Oh, just came from doing the food shopping,
Yes,
I see.
did.
Very casual, yes. Who did you bring us?
Our first contestant, Jim, is an avid collector of eggs from Reading, Connecticut. Help welcome Nancy Lamar.
Hello, Nancy.
Our second contestant can actually read tablets written more than 4,000 years ago. Originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, let's greet Ron Bronner.
Hi, Ron. We'll see you a little later. It's very elegant.
Thank you.
See you a little later, Summer. Ron, you can read tablets written more than 4,000 years ago.
Right. Cuneiform
Would you like
tablets.
to tell me a little more about that?
Yes, part of my training is in Assyriology, which is the literature and the language of ancient Mesopotamia. Wedge writing on clay tablets.
Oh, are there any new books coming out?
Well, not much, and it's very hard to find somebody to talk with.
I would think so. It sounds very intriguing. Nice to have you here, Ron. Nancy, you are an avid collector of eggs.
Yes, not the kind you eat, but the kind that you display. I have glass eggs, marble eggs, and I collected them when I was 10 years old, and now people bring them to me from all over the world.
Oh, I see. Do you have any idea how many you have in your collection?
Oh, gee, I don't know. It must be about 100 by now.
My goodness. Well, nice to have you here with us as well. Good luck. Let's get you started with $20 each in this question. A 1984 film title suggests that Robert De Niro and Meryl Streep were falling in, Bob?
Love.
In love, yes, indeed. $5 for the correct answer. Bob goes to 25. Name the popular form of divination based on the theory that the movements of the sun, moon, stars, and planets influence, Ron.
Astrology?
The course of human affairs. Astrology is exactly what it is. Ron goes to 25. In World War II, he was the heroic skipper of PT-109. Ron.
John F. Kennedy.
That's exactly who it is. 2 in a row for John, or for Ron, and he goes to 30. Complete the adage, there's no fool like Bob.
An old fool.
An old fool is right, then Bob goes up to 30. He says that like a man who occasionally has fallen. Bob and Ron both at $30. Traditionally, what large vegetable is used to make a jack-o'-lantern? Ron.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin is right. Ron adds another 5, going to 35. Yes. Time now for an instant bargain. Player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Sale surprise with a bonus, of course, could come up at any time. Ron, you have the lead. It is a slender lead over Bob, a $5 lead. But it's up to you. You can buy this.
Ron, treat your baby royally with this great baby crib. It's durable, attractive, and versatile. When your baby grows, it'll convert into a junior bed. Furnished by Lewis of London. This fabulous crib is normally priced at $550, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $5.
Only 5. I love the way Karen was shaking the baby's head. You got to take it easy with babies. You got to be careful now. So please, be careful how you hold the baby. Okay, now, Ron. Not a real baby, incidentally. I better act quickly. Ron, you have a $5. You're a married man.
Yes, Jim?
Children at home?
Yes, Jim?
Maybe some more children, maybe someday?
Don't know, but...
I'm feeling generous, Ron. $5 is all it would cost you.
But my babies are a little bit bigger than that crib.
Well, maybe they want to have... It's a great-looking crib. It's an even better-looking crib. I told you I'm feeling generous. $5 is all it costs. $550 crib. I'll give you $400 in cash to go with it. $950 bargain, including $400 in cash for the value of one question. Going once, going twice, and he'll buy. Enjoy that. Enjoy the cash. Well, You're going to have to talk to your wife now, Ron. And it cost you just $5, a $950 bargain, and Bob and Ron now in a tie at 30. In the cartoon, what is the name of Popeye's skinny sweethearts? Bob?
Olive oil.
Olive oil is right. Bob goes into the lead by 5. When a painter mixes blue and yellow, what color? Ron?
Green.
Green is the color he gets. Ron beats Bob to the buzzer. And again, we've got a tie with the gentleman. Nancy, come on, get going. They're quick. In what country could you take a boat ride down the Volga River? Bob?
Russia.
Russia is right, and Bob bounces back into the lead at 40. Yeah. Time now for the Fame Game players. We play for a pick of the Fame Game board. Buzz in when you know a famous person. I was born in Cincinnati in 1947. By age 12, I had made my first amateur film. And in 1969, I made my professional debut with a short subject called Amblin. This led to a contract with Universal, where I directed the Sugarland Express. Nancy.
Steven Spielberg.
You got it. That's exactly who it is. We didn't have to get into his blockbusters. You got it from the first film. Nancy, you've got the pick of the board.
Well, my lucky number has always been 4. So I'll take 4.
Okay, line number 4, we have $10.
And it is lucky to the tune of a $10 money card. We add that to your score. Nancy gets right back into the thick of things. See, we were waiting, Nancy, to see whether you wanted to take your lucky number or not. It paid off. Good close game. Back to it right after this. Champion in the lead at $40, Ron at $35. He's got himself a great crib and some cash, and Nancy has got a $10 money card. She's at 30. One of the most heart-wrenching moments of the 1984 Olympics came when Swiss athlete Gabriela Anderson-Scheiss staggered and stumbled in the alley. Bob?
And the marathon.
That's what she was running. What was her event? The marathon it is. Yes, into the Coliseum, and it was indeed a heart-wrenching moment. Bob gets another 5. In the old song, Oh, Susanna, from what state did I come, Bob?
I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Yes, man. He's a composer. He has to get the whole line in there, right? Make sure that we have to pay the right person. That's right. Alabama's what we're looking for. Bob goes to 50. In printing, what does the word ampersand symbolize, Bob?
The and mark.
That's exactly what it is. And 2 in a row for the champion. He goes to 55. Yeah. This powerful organ is divided into 4 main chambers. Ron?
The heart?
The heart is exactly what it is. Ron took a chance and it paid off. He gets another 5 to 40. However, Bob, with an instant bargain, you have a $15 lead. First opportunity for the champion, and oh my, Bob, you might like this.
Oh, Bob, this prize will be music to your ears. A 23-watt component rack system with integrated stereo amplifier, turntable, and cassette deck with soft touch and a noise reduction system, plus 2-way speakers, furnished by Sharp. This fabulous stereo system is normally priced at $689, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $10.
Oh, for a composer, couldn't you hear your own music played back on this, Bob?
Oh, well, that I could.
$689 bargain for $10. Now, you need $95 in the win for the trip to England, so it would bump you back a little. You'd be back to 45. You would still have the lead. I know you were telling me on our last evening that, gee, you really wanted to go home with something, and I'd really like to help you. Give you $300 to buy some records with it, too. $989 bargain for $10. You still have a $5 lead. Going once, going twice, gone. Bye. Enjoy that, Bob. Beautiful stereo and some cash. And, of course, it costs you just $10. We knock it off your score. You still have the lead. It's a $5 lead, however. Founded in 1688, this insurance company has covered the Titanic and the Hindenburg. Ron?
Lloyd's of London?
Lloyd's of London is exactly what it is, and the gentlemen are back in a tie again. Ron was not too sure about that one. We've got a tie. He sweats a little. What's the basic monetary unit of Italy? Ron.
The lira.
That one he's sure of, and he is right, and Ron goes into the lead, beating Bob to the buzzer by just a fraction. The most populous Spanish-speaking city in the world is located in North America. Ron?
I think Mexico City.
Mexico City is right. Population of 10 million, as a matter of fact, and growing. Wow, Ron goes to 55. $10 lead for the challenger. Which great historical figure was first exiled to an island called Elba? Ron?
Napoleon.
Yes, and again he just beats Bob to the buzzer. Napoleon Bonaparte it is. In which great war did the miracle of Dunkirk result in the safe, Ron?
Second World War.
That's exactly right. The safe evacuation of the British Expeditionary Force from mainland Europe. You are right for another 5. Yes. That was a great undertaking, that miracle of Dunkirk. As a matter of fact, there were 1,000 ships, a lot of them small pleasure craft, and incredibly, in just a few days, they evacuated 300,000 troops. We'll be right back. Preston with the lead. He's at 65. Bob's at 45. Nancy at 30. We've added a $15 money card. Nancy found a $10 before. See if somebody finds the 15 as we look for a famous animal. I have existed for more than 150 million years. I range in size from half an inch to 10 inches. My colors vary from plain and dull to brilliant. Nancy, take the chance.
A cockroach.
Incorrect. Out of the rest of the question, no dollar value. Stay at 30. I will clear the board and continue for the gentleman. My colors vary from plain and dull to brilliant. I'm not fussy about what I eat, but humans like to eat me, especially my legs. I inspired such Ron.
Frog.
Frog is right. They go back more than 150 million years. They were probably reading some of that writing back there then. Ron, yes. Pick of the board.
Number 3.
And behind number 3, we have a laundry center. Frigidaire Skinny Mini Laundry Center, a family-sized washer and dryer in one compact cabinet loaded with features, including variable water miser control and flowing heat drying system. Frigidaire appliances here today, here tomorrow.
Very nice, very nice. $750 for the washer and dryer. That's yours to keep no matter how you finish the game. Let's get back to it now for all 3 players. Nancy, of course, you're back in. With what musical instrument do you associate the Spanish virtuoso Andres Segovia? Ron?
Guitar.
Guitar is right, and Ron just beats Bob again. And the champion is shaking his head. How is he so quick? This word can mean a stretcher for the wounded, a group of kittens produced at one birth. Nancy?
A gurney?
No, or carelessly discarded debris. What they all have in common is litter. Litter, a litter or a group of kittens, a litter, and you lose 5 on that, Nancy. Sorry about that. According to the classic Irving Berlin song, there's no business like, Bob?
Show business.
This time you beat him to the buzzer, and Bob goes to 50, yeah. However, it is Ron in the lead by $20. Ron, this is beautiful.
Oh, boy.
Ron, queue up for an evening of fun with this attractive bumper pool table. You may test your skill on a beautifully crafted table furnished by Abercrombie & Fitch. It's normally priced at $1,500, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $15.
Isn't that nice? $1,500 game table for $15. And Ron?
Beautiful.
Yes, you do have a look of a man who likes this.
You are right.
Now, if you bought it, however, your $20 lead would be cut to $5. Bob, do you think I should maybe offer him some money?
I would think twice before doing that, Jim.
Oh, yes? You would prefer that he does not buy this, Bob?
I would prefer that you keep the price where it is.
Oh, I see. Oh, I just wanted to get that clear.
Okay.
No, I like it to be close. I'm going to leave the price where it is.
Oh, wow.
But I am going to offer you $1, $2, $3, $4, $500 in cash.
That's very tempting.
That is a $2,000 bargain, but you would only have a $5 lead. How confident are you can hang on to it? Going once, going twice. He's going to buy. Enjoy. That's first surprise goes winners run. What a great time to buy. I love it when everybody buys all the instant bargains, and I also love it when I can say, Ron, in addition to the $1,500 table, my $500, here is an additional $1, $2, $3, $4, $500. Got yourself a $2,500 bargain, and he's got himself a $5 lead, but it's a lot closer. We will be right back to finish up a good match. Enjoy all that. Well, we've sold all the instant bargains and have a good close game. Ron at 55, Bob the champion trailing by 5 at 50, Nancy not out of it at 25. The Greek philosopher Diogenes is reputed to have searched the streets in daylight with a lantern. Ron?
Stones in his mouth?
Oh, what kind of man was he looking for? He's looking for an honest man. And the challenger loses 5, and again we've got a tie between the two gentlemen. What is the official language of Brazil? Ron?
Portuguese.
Yes, indeed. I think it's the only one outside of Portugal with that as the official language. And Ron gets the 5 right back. To Archie Bunker, who was the dingbat? Bob?
Edith.
Edith, his wife, yes, indeed. And again, a tie. Well, as they're bouncing back and forth, the difference could be the fame game, $25 money card. And this, Nancy, if you find it, you'd be trailing by just 5. A famous person. I was born in 1897. I nursed American soldiers during World War I, and I was a Boston social worker. Ron?
Florence Nightingale?
Incorrect. Out of the rest of the question, for Nancy and Bob, as we clear the board, I will continue. I was the first female passenger on a transatlantic flight. Wrote a book about it and married my publisher. I took flying lessons and became the first woman to fly solo. Bob?
Amelia Earhart.
That's who it is, Amelia Earhart. Yeah. Florence Nightingale's a little before the First World War. Bob, big pick of the board for the champion, currently in a tie with Ron.
Let's try number 8.
And behind number 8, we have $500.
He's ready to pocket. But in a tie game, he did not find the money cards. Where were those other 2 big cards?
Behind the number 5 and the number 7.
$25 money card. Ron, you are back in now, all 3 players, as we finish up the game with a speed round. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Bob and Ron at 55. Nancy at 25. Good luck. We start the speed round now. In the Bible, what was the first dwelling place of Adam and Eve? Ron?
Eden.
Right. Where on the body would a person wear a fedora? Ron?
Head.
Right. What novelist wrote The Last of the Mohicans? Bob?
James Fenimore Cooper.
Right. What is the nickname of 60s model Leslie Hornby? Bob?
Twiggy.
Right. Complete this song. Every time it rains, Nancy?
Pennies from heaven.
Right. In Monopoly, what do you get for passing go? Ron?
$200.
Right. In what European capital did Madame Tussauds establish her? Bob?
London.
Right. Perry Mason was created by Earl Stanley. Nancy?
Gardner.
Right. What country's national song is Waltzing Matilda? Bob?
Australia.
Right. Name the Show Me state. Ron?
Missouri.
Right. In the song, name the lady who could coax the blues right out of the horn. Nancy?
Mame.
Right. In mythology, how many labors were performed by Hercules? Bob?
11.
Wrong. In what nation was the Magna Carta signed? Ron?
England.
Right. Name the band in Boston author of such sexually... Ron?
Boston Pop.
Time is up. You lose $5, but you win by 5, Ron. You had a $10 lead. And we have a new champion. Back to Ron in a moment. He needed that little bit of a cushion there. Of the band in Boston author of such sexually candid works as Tropic of Cancer. I know you would know it. Henry Miller. Henry Miller. And Hercules, the 12 labors. And Bob, that's the one that cost you the tie. Had you answered 12 instead of 11. Madame Tussauds, I didn't get a chance to finish it. Established her famous wax museum. You indeed answered correctly in London. Got to say goodbye to the champion. Bob, you're not going home empty-handed. You did very well. You turned down the $3,000 on our last evening. I wish you had taken it, of course.
I do too.
But still, you've got a beautiful stereo. $870 in cash. Not a bad total. You are over $1,500 in cash and prizes. Thank you. You're a fine champion. Thank you, Bob. Nancy didn't pick up anything along the way. We thank you. You've got the cash in front of you. You really started to come alive there in the speed round. They
Well, I had a lot of fun.
That's nice. And good to hear that. And Ron, who was already well over $4,000 in cash and prizes, is going up to go shopping with me right now. Come on, Ron. A great win. What, Ron? Had you not had that $10 lead, we would have had a tie. You've got yourself $75, and forget about the price because you're entitled to the first level prize. We talked about it. It is a great first level prize. For just $75, say yes, you can walk away with this. That's $3,000 in cash. Can't say much more about that. I can tell you this, though. If you decided to not take that but put your money in the bank, you need another $100. Pretty good total. You need $100 and another win, and you get up to $175. You can have this beautiful trip to England.
Here's a jolly good trip to jolly old England. We'll fly you and a friend from Los Angeles for 10 smashing days in exciting England. Enjoy the splendor of Buckingham Palace, London's theater district, and the lovely English countryside. This grand trip, normally priced at $5,118, yours on sale of the century for only $175.
$175, you've got $75, so pass on $3,000 in cash. You could go for an over $5,000 trip. If you decided you didn't want the cash, we got a lot of things up the line. How about another form of money for $340? You might enjoy this.
Mine a small fortune, these gorgeous gold coins. Beautiful Canadian maple leaf coins, each one weighing an ounce and stamped $999. Furnished by Deke Pereira of Los Angeles. This golden prize normally priced at $8,904. Yours on sale of the century for only $340.
And, of course, $750 gets you all the prizes plus this.
A cash jackpot of $53,000.
That's a ways away. Right now, your decision is you can take that $3,000 in cash with the shopping spree or put your money in the bank and play on. Trip to England is next. We'll get your decision in a moment, Ron. Ron, it's a very simple decision. You give me your $75, I give you my $3,000 in cash, and you go home. Or you put your money in the bank, taking the risk that you can win again. What's it going to be?
I'm going to come back again.
Gotta put the money away. He's gonna put the $75 in the bank. He's gonna give it another shot. Trip to England is next. He's passed on this. This is gone. We had another $1,000. The cash jackpot goes to $54,000. And Ron meets two new challengers tomorrow evening on Sale of the Century. Good night, my friend.
All prices are manufacturer suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording. This is Jay Stewart speaking. This is our returning champion, Ron Browner, originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Stand by to see Ron play for a trip to England, valued at $5,118. Tonight, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a Mercedes-Benz, valued at $28,843 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. Two of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Good evening. Good evening to you. Welcome to Sale of the Century. Delighted to have you with us this evening and delighted to welcome back our champion, Ron Browner. Hello, Ron.
How you doing, Jim? Nice to be back.
I'm fine. You passed on $3,000 in cash, try to go on for bigger and better things. You like the next thing up the line, right?
Right. That trip to London interests me very much.
Yes, in the English countryside. Right. You need a win with $100, and you would have that trip to England worth well over $5,000. Right. So good luck tonight. Here to introduce our challengers. She was doing her laundry, didn't get a chance to get dressed, so she just rushed right over here. Here is Summer Bartholomew in her laundry-doing clothes. Very fancy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Who did you have for us?
Our first contestant is a blue ribbon knitter, originally from Brooklyn, New York. Here's Wanda Schneid.
Hi, Wanda.
Our second contestant teaches acting to a community children's theater group, originally from Lake Station, Indiana. Let's greet Steve Gildemanis.
Hello there, Steve. Boy, I hate to see your outfits if you really get dressed, Summer. Okay. Steve, you teach acting to community children's theater group.
Yes, I do. I love working with kids because they have a lot of energy and they're not afraid to make mistakes.
I would think so, and they probably are very natural actors,
very
too.
Natural.
Yeah, it must be a lot of fun. Good to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Wanda, a blue ribbon knitter. What do they mean by that?
Knitting and displaying at county fairs and trying to win all the blue ribbons possible.
Have you won one?
Oh, about 23.
Oh, well, good for you. You must be very good. Good to have you here as well. $20 starts all three players off. Let's get into the match with this question. What animal is known as the king of beasts? Steve.
Lion.
Lion is right, just beating everyone with the buzzer. $5 for the correct answer. Steve goes to 25. What do we call a closed plane curve of 360 degrees? Ron?
Circle.
Circle is what it is. Champion is heard from. He's at 25. Supposedly, what had George Washington done when he said, Steve?
Chop down a cherry tree.
Cannot tell a lie. That's exactly what he did. Chopped down a cherry tree, and Steve goes up to 30. Good anticipation. Took a chance, and it paid off. What natural resource is known as black gold? Ron.
Oil.
Oil, petroleum. You're right. And again, a tie with the gentleman. What would a chef reach for if a recipe called for sodium chloride? Steve.
Baking soda.
No. You mean you never said pass the sodium chloride and pepper? No, it's salt. Salt is what that is. You lose $5 for the incorrect answer, Steve. Sorry about that. You're down to 25. Well, by losing that 5, that puts Ron back into the lead. It is time now for an instant bargain. Player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Now remember, Ron, a sale surprise with a bonus could come up at any time. Your lead is $5. You bought a lot of things on our last evening. How about this?
Ron, this is for your wife for that very special evening. A very special gown. The height of elegance with a designer's original. Yours with a gift certificate from Brigida. It's normally priced at $500, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $6.
Oh, that is lovely. Two of you look wonderful there, but this beautiful dress that Tina's wearing, your wife would look great in that, Ron. I saw her. It suits her coloring. That's just what she wants. You buy that dress.
That's beautiful.
I'll tell you, Ron, I'm not going to sell it to you for $6. I love ties. You buy that dress, I'll sell it to you for $5. You would be in a tie with Steve. You'd have a beautiful $500 dress for your wife going once, going twice, and no sale. Oh, Ron. You got a sales surprise yesterday, and this time you did not get $700 in cash that went with it. Oh, I wish you had bought. Sorry about that. But you hang on to the $5 lead. And of course, yesterday evening, that's what you won by, was a slender $6, as a matter of fact. So your decision how you play it. Back with this. Name the musical that gave us songs such as There's Nothing Like a Dame and Valley. Steve.
Dames at Sea.
Oh, no. South Pacific. Valley High was the other one I was going to name, and you lose 5. There is a real region in Romania that was the fictional home, Ron,
Transylvania.
of Count Dracula. It is indeed Transylvania. Yeah, it really exists, and Ron now has a $15 lead. Name the French author of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Ron.
Jules Verne.
You are right. He is very quick. Wanda, he's just beating into the buzzer. Wanda, check that buzzer out quickly. There you go.
It does work.
Yes, it works. He's just beating you. And that lockout, of course, is costing you. Only one comes in. Time now for the Fame game. As we look for the identity of a famous person, we're playing for a pick of the Fame game board. I was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1937. I became a professional dancer at 17 and danced in several TV specials. My legs were the only part of me visible. Steve?
Juliet Prowse?
No. Out of the rest of the question, I'll continue as we clear the board for Wanda and Ron. My legs were the only part of me visible. Wanda?
Mary Tyler Moore.
On a TV series called Richard Diamond, Private Eye. You are right. It is Mary Tyler Moore. Wanda finally gets in there with a buzzer, and she gets that pick of the board.
Okay, let's go for number 6.
And behind number 6, we have $1,000 in cash.
Wanda!
I can't believe that.
$1,000 in cash.
Oh, thank you.
Boy, you can buy a lot of knitting needles with that love.
You bet.
We will be right back. Don't go away. I'm happy for you, Wanda. I love Wanda's reaction. She said to me during the commercial, she said, but I haven't done anything, and you gave me the 1,000. You answered that question. You got the 1,000.
Oh, wonderful.
Enjoy that. Ron at 40, Wanda and Steve both at 20. Let's get back, see if we can get a little more. What do you call the standard unit of measurement that is just about, Steve?
A yard.
39.5 inches. No, that's a meter. A little quick with a buzzer. It cost you 5 down to 15. In the Beatles song, these are words that go together well. Steve.
Michelle, my belle.
You got it. Now you got that 5 back. This time he waited. Timed it right. He's back to 20. Italians say Giovanni. Spaniards say Juan. Wanda?
John.
John is what we say, and Wanda goes to 25 in second place. Wanda was telling herself a private joke about that, but never mind. She was laughing. 5 American presidents graduated from the same Eastern University. Steve.
Harvard.
Harvard it is, and Steve beats Wanda. And he ties her at 25 for second place. But Ron, you have the lead, a $15 lead. Oh. Ron is smiling. This may be something he likes.
Ron, treat your body right with these custom slender cycles featuring a heavy-duty frame, a caliper tension control, and a convenient book rack furnished by Vitamaster. And afterwards, treat yourself to a treat, a gift certificate for Swinson's old-fashioned ice cream and fountain products. You may indulge yourself in chocolate fantasy sundaes, banana splits, or a triple scoop ice cream cone furnished by Swinson's. It's normally priced at $780, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $12.
That's a cruel summer. You are being so cruel. Exercise and eat ice cream. 700. Which one would you like to do, Ron?
Take a guess.
Oh, yeah. $780. It's $12. You buy it, you would be trailing. No, you wouldn't be trailing. You'd still be ahead. You'd be ahead, but only by $3. I'm going to put it over the $1,000 mark. It would cost you $12. I'll give you $300 in cash. That's a $1,080 bargain for $12. Going once, going twice. No sale. Ron doesn't want to buy. He needs the win and $100 for that trip to England that he wants. So he's hanging on to his money. Back with this. What French landmark houses the great sculpture Venus de Milo? Wanda.
The Louvre.
That's right. Yes, I had a misspelling. It actually said Venus de Limo on my card. She drove around with no hands. It was a very strange lady. You were right, Wanda. You got another 5. Name the negatively charged particles that revolve around the nucleus of an atom. Run.
Electron.
Electrons is nice on a toughie. You are right. You go to 45. This mountain, the tallest in Greece, was once thought to be the home of the gods. Steve.
Olympus.
That's right. Mount Olympus it is. Steve ties Wanda again for second place. $15 lead for the champion. What does it mean when someone sings a cappella? Ron?
Without music.
That's right. Without music, without accompaniment, either one acceptable. And Ron stretches his lead to $20. Economists often use the abbreviation GNP. Ron?
Gross national product.
That's exactly what it is, and Ron has another 5 to 55. Yeah. I was amazed to find that out. I always thought that gross national product was a valley girl describing something available nationwide. Never mind. We'll be right back. Halfway toward that trip to England that he likes. He's at 55. Wanda and Steve pushing him. They're at 30. $15 money card added up there on the board. Get that. You'd really get close to the champion there, Wanda and Steve. We're looking for a famous animal. I am a bird of prey related to nighthawks and whippoorwills. There are about 525 varieties or various kinds of me, ranging in length from 6 to 30 inches. Unlike most birds, my large eyes point forward. Steve.
Owl.
Owl is exactly right. Yes, it is a bird of prey. And Steve, you've got that big pick of the board.
Number 8.
And behind number 8, we have $300 in cash.
Wanda found $1,000 in cash. Steve finds $300. Ron is delighted that they didn't find any money cards. All's right with the world. Back with this. In which country was Pope John Paul II born? Steve?
Poland.
Poland, yes. The audio man thanks you, Steve. Steve goes to 35. In English, this word of Latin derivation means horn of plenty. Ron?
Cornucopia.
Nicely done. Cornucopia, you are up to $60. What famous funny man is married to actress Anne Bancroft? Steve?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks is right, and Steve keeps close. He goes up to 40, but Ron has a $20 lead. Ron, with that $20 lead, you've had 2 cracks at instant bargains. You haven't wanted to buy anything. How about this? Oh, he likes this.
Ron, here's a little helper for your home office. A sensational home computer. Work with numbers, words, or even pictures. It's designed to fit on your desk with a second disk drive from the Computer Showcase. This fantastic computer is normally priced at $2,195, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $17.
That's very nice. That is very nice. Over $2,000. Could you use that, Ron?
Yes.
He could use that.
Decidedly.
Well, now we can talk. Over $2,000 for the computer. Costs $17. You have a $20 lead over Steve. If you bought it, you would still have the lead, but it would be a $3 lead, and you'd be a little further away from that trip to England. Now, if I take you a little further away from that trip to England, the least that I can do, Ron, is offer you $500 in cash. A $2,695 bargain, but your lead would be $3. Going once, going twice, and no sale. He doesn't want to buy. Did he make the right decision? Will he get that trip to England? We'll find out after this. Oh, I thought you'd like that. Well, last evening, our champion Ron Browner bought some instant bargains and some sale surprises over $4,000. Tonight, he doesn't want to buy anything, hanging on to the lead. Ron at 60, Steve at 40, Wanda at 30. We're back with this. In the Bible, King David had a son who became revered for his wisdom. Ron.
Solomon.
What do you do for a living, Ron?
Teach Bible.
Teaches Bible. Yes, you're right. You got it, Solomon. You're up to 65. On what continent will you find the country called Sierra Leone? Ron.
Africa.
Africa's right, 2 in a row with the champion. He goes to 70. He needs a win and $30 more for that trip to England, which he likes. What is Great Britain's national anthem? Ron?
God Save the Queen.
Did he start that before the bell? Yeah, all right, you are right. It is God Save the King or God Save the Queen. I thought you had started it. You're entitled to finish it. You've got another 5, right under the wire on that one. Well, talking about being under the wire, $25 money card could really cut into Ron's lead as we look for a famous thing. I am a building begun in 1632. Mosaics of precious stone decorate my gleaming white marble. Passages from the Quran appear. Steve, taking a chance?
Taj Mahal.
The chance pays off. Taj Mahal it is. Right you are. $25 money card. Find it. You're within $10 of Ron, Steve.
Number 1.
And behind number 1, we have mystery money. Or pick again.
Tough decision. You are trailing by $35. You can put money in your pocket, or you can pass on it and try to find something else.
Number 5.
Got to go for the win.
And behind number 5, we have a typewriter. Smith Corona's portable enterprise electronic typewriter. A sleek new state-of-the-art typewriter furnished by Smith Corona.
Well, that's a chance you take, but it is a very lovely typewriter, and of course, that is yours. Where were those big money cards he was looking for?
Behind the number 9, The number 4 and the number 7.
Number 7 had that big $25 winning card. Well, now we finish up the game with a speed round. May I have 60 seconds on the clock? Ron, at $75, he needs the win and $25 more. He could have himself a trip to England. Steve in second place at 40, Wanda at 30. Good luck to 3 nice people. We start the speed round now. Name the man who organized, then served with the Rough Riders. Steve.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Right. According to the proverb, what should you do before you leap? Ron.
Look.
Right. What sport did Robert Redford play in the film The Natural? Ron.
Baseball.
Right. Whose autobiography tells of his life as president of the Chrysler Corporation? Steve.
Lee Iacocca.
Right. According to the Fats Domino hit, where did he find his thrill? Steve.
Blueberry Hill.
Right. In what state are the cities Butte and Helena? Ron.
Montana.
Right. According to legend, what large bird brings babies? Wanda.
Stork.
Right. In Shakespeare's play, whom did Macduff kill? Steve. Time. What sign of the zodiac is symbolized by a balance scale? Steve.
Libra.
Right. What was the surname of the 3 novelist sisters, Charlotte, Emily, and Wanda?
Bronte.
Right. A hexagon is a figure with how many? Ron.
6.
Right. Who wrote the children's story, The Ugly Duckling? Steve.
Grimm.
Wrong. What Italian city's natives are known as Neapolitans? Steve.
Naples.
Right. Name the Indian maiden who supposedly saved time. And Ron, you are still the champion with $95. Didn't hit that $100 he needed, but he won. That's the important thing. First of all, to wrap things up while Ron relaxes, who wrote The Ugly Duckling? Hans Christian Andersen wrote that. And Macduff killed Macbeth. And they might have cost Steve a little bit. Got to say goodbye to Steve and Wanda, but I am delighted they are not going home empty-handed this evening. Steve, you've got yourself the typewriter.
Great.
$355 in cash, so you're over $700 in cash and prizes. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Wanda, $1,040 in cash. Not a bad night's work.
Not at all. The best I've ever earned.
That's very nice. Thank you for joining us. And our champion, Ron Browner, goes back with me shopping. Come on up here, Ron. Well, kept watching that clock. I'm sure all of our friends at home were saying, is he going to hit that 100 that he needed? Close. You fell a little short of that trip. But you very easily say yes. And again, you have the opportunity to walk away with this.
Here's the shopping spree of the century. Indulge yourself with a fantasy trip to all of your favorite stores. Make your dreams come true. If you want it, it's yours. This luxurious treat, normally priced at $3,000, yours on sale of the century for only $85.
Just $85. You have $170. May I, Tina? Thank you. What it amounts to, again, say yes, and we will give you $3,000 in cash in exchange for your $170. I told you got very close. You need another win, $5 more, and you know that trip to England could be yours. I know you like that. The next thing up the line we haven't had a good look at yet. You're very close to that. You could maybe get it on our next evening. $260 in the win would get you this.
Keep the music rolling with this Charleston player piano, featuring handsomely styled casework and a first-class player mechanism, accented with handcrafted decorative glass, furnished by Universal Player Piano Company. This player piano normally priced at $6,902. Yours on sale of the century for only $260.
That is very lovely. Well over $6,000 with a beautiful player piano, and that is within sight. That is very easily within sight for you. Maybe the trip, maybe the piano, but look at that $3,000 in cash. And look at what $530 will buy you.
Drive an automobile classic. This beautiful Mercedes-Benz. Elegant yet practical, this sports sedan features automatic climate control, plus AM/FM stereo radio with cassette player and 4 speakers. Furnished by Mercedes-Benz Hollywood. This fantastic car normally priced at $28,843. Yours on sale of the century for only $530.
And $750 gets you every prize on the stage, plus this.
A cash jackpot of $54,000.
In total, you can walk away with $123,002 in cash and prizes. And as many of our friends at home know, last week someone did just that, went home with over $155,000. It's all possible. But it's also possible that you may say, I've had enough. With everything else you've picked up, take $3,000 in cash and leave us. Think about it. We'll get your decision in a moment. 2,500, 2,600, 2,700, 2,800, 2,009, $3,000 in cash. Give me $170, I'll give you $3,000 in cash. But you'd have to go home. Are you going to do that? Or are you going to try for the trip to England, possibly the player piano? What's it going to be?
I'm really enjoying this. I'd like to come back.
You're going to come back? Yes. I'm going to put my money back in the pocket. Okay. I will put your $170 into your bank account. And next evening, Ron needs just another win. Of course, that's the kicker. He's got to get the win. $5 more. He could have a trip to England that he likes. He only needs another $90. He could have that great player piano. I'll tell you another thing. We're going to add $1,000. That cash jackpot goes to $55,000 tomorrow evening on Sale of the Century. Bye for now, my friends.
Bye-bye.
All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording. This is Jay Stewart speaking. This is our returning champion, Ron Browner, originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Stand by to see Ron play for a trip to England, valued at $5,118. Tonight, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a Mercedes-Benz, valued at $28,843 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. Two of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Good evening. Thank you very much. Welcome to Sale of the Century. Nice to have you with us and delighted to welcome back a fine champion from Philadelphia, Ron Browner. Hello, Ron.
Hi, nice to be back.
Ron, Jay was talking about a trip to England worth over $5,000, but interestingly, you almost got that on our last evening. You need just $5. And the win, because of course the prize is determined by the amount of money that you have, you're $5 short of the trip. So it is possible you could jump up. $90 is how far you are away from a luxury player piano worth almost $7,000. So interesting possibilities.
Sounds good.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Good luck, and here to get going is Summer Bartholomew. Hi, Summer.
Hello.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You bring us a couple of good players. You've been bringing us some good players.
Yes, we have, haven't we? Our first contestant is a therapist working with County Child Protective Services, originally from Evanston, Illinois. Let's greet Hillary Burns.
Hi, Hillary.
Our second contestant is a compulsive car buyer from Roseville, California. Help welcome Stan Hannes.
Hello, Stan. And we'll see you later with some bargains, Summer. Stan, you are a compulsive car buyer. What constitutes a compulsive car buyer?
Well, in my lifetime, I've owned over 200 cars and 13 at one time.
That is compulsive. that is. How many do you currently own?
Only 4.
Oh, would you maybe like the one we have back here in our shopping? Oh, yeah, he'd like to add that. Nice to have you with us, Stan. And Hillary, a therapist working with, first of all, as a therapist, can you help Stan with his car buying?
If you'd like to come in, I could probably give him a couple sessions.
But you work with County Child Protective Services.
I'm going to be starting working with them in a few weeks, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, I would think so. That should be very good work. Good luck with that. I know you're just getting started out. Somebody told me good luck.
Thank
and good
you.
luck here to all of you as we start all 3 players off with $20. And with this question, what tool do we use to play mumbledy-peg? Ron.
Penknife?
A penknife, jackknife, anything like any number mumbledy-peg. Took a moment to get that one. $5 for the correct answer, and Ron goes to 25. One of Bruce Springsteen's biggest hits of 1984 was a lively tune called Dancing in Hillary?
The Street.
No. Dancing in the Dark. Dancing in the Streets was another group. You lose $5 for the incorrect answer, Hillary. Sorry about that. Down to 15. Name the Texas landmark in which Davy Crockett met his death. Stan?
The Alamo.
Alamo was right. $5 for Stan. He goes to 25, tying Ron for first place. How often does a biennial event occur, Ron?
Twice a year.
No. Biennially, every 2 years, not twice, every two. Yeah, Ron knew it when he said it. Lose $5 down to 20. What do we call the vegetable that the Indians called maize? Ron?
Corn.
You got that $5 right back. Corn it is. And again, we got a tie, which is always an interesting situation when an instant bargain comes up because the player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Sales surprise with a bonus could come up at any time. However, Stan and Ron with a tie, only one of you can have this. When you hear the low sale of the century price, hit your buzzer. For one of you, this is yours.
Stan or Ron, biking fun will unfold with these fabulous folding bicycles. Designed to be portable and rollable for a solid, comfortable ride and responsive handling. Furnished by Han Corporation International. These great bikes are normally priced at $600, and today on Sale of the Century, they're yours for only $5.
Well, they are very intriguing. Stan, you could drive on these between cars. Ron, I'd love to see you on this.
On half of one, right?
But they're very nice. $600 worth for $5. Gentlemen, I'd like for one of you to have them. Two of them for $4. 3. 2.
Oh.
Gentlemen, one time only, $1. Ron will buy them for $1. Enjoy them. You've got youngsters, right? They'll enjoy that, if not yourself. For one slender little dollar, we knock that off your score. You're down to 24, and you've got $600 worth of bicycles. Boy, no wonder we call it Sale of the Century. Standing just 4 feet 9 inches tall, she's become one of America's biggest stars when she captured our first ever Olympic gold medal in gymnastics. Stan!
Mary Lou Retton.
That's exactly who it is, Mary Lou Retton. Stan goes to 30. In which European capital can you wade in a landmark called the Trevi Fountain? Ron?
Rome.
Rome, the Fontana di Trevi, yes indeed. Ron gets $5 back. Trails Stan by that $1 again. Name Daniel Defoe's classic tale of a man, Ron?
The Deer Slayer.
Cast on a desert island. Robinson Crusoe, yes. Ron takes a backward step. Time now for the Fame Game as we play for a pick of the Fame Game board. Buzz in when you know the identity of a famous person. I was born in Iowa in 1907. I was given the middle name Michael. I went to college on a football scholarship, and during summer vacations, I was a studio prop man. I became friendly with director John Ford, who cast me in bit parts. I appeared in, directed, or produced some 250 films in 40 years. My big break came as the Ringo Kid in Stagecoach. Stan?
John Wayne.
John Wayne is right, yes.
Good.
Marion Michael Morrison, I believe, was the full name. And Stan, you've got a full board to pick from.
Number 6.
And behind number 6, we have $10.
$10 money card. That doesn't make the champion happy because we add that to Stan's score, and he goes to 40, and he's got the lead. Champion's got to play catch-up. Can he do it? We'll find out a little later. Right now, we'll watch this. Our challenger, Stan Hannes, has vaulted into the lead at $40. Champion is second place at 24. Hillary at 15. This question for 5. It comes from the French meaning to melt and means a dish of melted cheese and wine eaten with bread. Ron.
Fondue.
Thank you. I'm fond of you, too. Yes, you're right. For another 5, Ron goes to 29. What 19th century American composer wrote My Old Kentucky Home? Ron.
Foster.
That's
Stephen
right.
Foster.
Stephen Foster. All we needed was Foster. And Ron starts to get closer to the challengers within $6 now of Stan. This word means both a metal rod used to stir a fire and a card game. Stan?
Poker.
Poker. Played for money. You are right. Stan beats everyone to the buzzer. Goes to 45. Name the circular opening in the center of your iris. Ron.
Cornea?
No. Pupil. Pupil. And champion takes a backward step on that. Back down under the $30 mark at 29. Well, Stan, you've got some breathing space. Instant bargain. You're at $45. Ron is at 29. How about this?
Stan, you can wrap up against winter's chill in this rugged man's jacket. The luxurious look and feel of fur in a practical, reversible design, furnished by Dicker & Dicker of Beverly Hills. This fabulous jacket is normally priced at $1,350, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $10.
Oh, yes! Stan, did you hear the car going by there? Did you start to salivate when we heard the car? Okay. What? Thank you. Just get out of the way. $1,350. That jacket would look great in your Stutz Bearcat.
That's right.
I know that would look great in a convertible. It would cost you $10. You would still have a $6 lead if you bought the jacket.
Right.
And if you bought the jacket, I will give you $200 in cash as well. That is a $1,550 bargain, and you would still have the lead. Going once, going twice, and no sell. Hangs on to a $16 lead. Back with this. In the animal kingdom, one of the smallest is the Brahmini blind, and one of the largest is the anaconda. Ron?
Snake.
They are indeed. They are both snakes, and Ron again over the $30 mark. In Greek mythology, what was the domain of the god Poseidon? Ron?
The sea.
The sea, the ocean, either one acceptable. And Ron pulls a little closer to Stan, pulls it with his $6, as a matter of fact. What lady was the subject of the famous painting called Arrangement in Gray and Black? Ron?
Whistler's mother.
Portrait of the artist's mother. Whistler's mother is exactly what it is. 3 in a row for the champion. And he pulls again with his $1 of Stan. In Mark Twain's story, who was Becky Thatcher's boyfriend? Stan?
Huck Finn.
No, the other one. The other one. Tom Sawyer. If it's not Huck Finn, it's got to be Tom.
Right.
And Stan loses 5, and the champion goes into the lead by 4. Which of our wars ended with the Battle of Yorktown? Ron.
Revolutionary War.
That's exactly right. The American Revolution, the War of Independence. Ron, that's another 5. Yes. Interesting, after the Battle of Yorktown, General Washington sent a message that read, this is exactly what it said, I have the honor to inform Congress that a reduction of the British Army is most happily effected. Translation means we kick their tails, friends. That's what that means. We'll be right back. Enough money for that trip to England that he likes, closing in on the player piano, but of course he must win. He's at 49, and Stan trails by just 9 at 40. Hillary, come on, let's get going.
Okay.
$15 money card up there, that might get you going. We're looking for a famous pastime. I'm a game that's been around since ancient times. I am played by 2 persons. Each player's men are a different color. Each player, Stan.
Chess.
Incorrect. Out of the rest of the question, even Ron thought you were right, but no, you're wrong. No dollar value, you stay at 40, but out of the rest of the question, we'll clear the board, continue for Hillary and Ron. Each player's men are a different color. Each player has 2 dice, a dice box, and 15 men. I'm played on a board with 24 spear-shaped points. The object, Ron.
Backgammon.
Backgammon is right, and that goes back to ancient times as well. What, Ron?
Spear-shaped points.
Spear-shaped points, yes, that was the big clue in there. Ron waited for it, and he gets control and a pick of the board.
I think number 7.
And behind number 7, we have stainless service for 8. Oneida Silversmith's heirloom stainless in the new classic shell pattern. A 40-piece service for 8, plus an 8-piece serving set in the royal treasure chest, furnished by Oneida Silversmiths.
That's very nice. That's $597 worth of flatware, as a matter of fact. Yours to keep, no matter how you finish in the game. Stan, you are back in now, still trailing by 9. This question's for 5. What was Robert F. Kennedy's middle name? Hillary?
Francis.
Francis is right, yes, and Hillary goes back to 20. What word can mean a politician's dishonest acquisition of money or something a botanist might do to a tree? Graft. Wow. Graft. A politician's dishonest acquisition of money. Graft. Stealing you don't do to a tree. No. No one wanted to try that. For the 2nd year in a row in 1984, these kids proved to be the hottest selling Christmas dolls. Hillary! Time ran out, and someone in the audience shouted, please don't shout out an answer. We have to throw the question out if you do. But time ran out on you, Hillary. Yes, Cabbage Patch Kids. Cabbage Patch dolls. You're back to 15 as you lose 5. Ron, you've got the lead, sir.
Oh, boy.
Yes, you have a $9 lead. Temptation is yours, Ron. Take a look at this.
Frankly, my dear contestant, you're going to have a great time on a fabulous trip to the South. We'll fly you and a friend from Los Angeles to enjoy 8 days in New Orleans. Once there, you'll enjoy Southern hospitality, the historic French Quarter, and a stern-wheeler cruise on the Mississippi. This fabulous trip to the South is normally priced at $2,318. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $15.
Oh, Ron. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Scarlett. $2,318 trip to New Orleans, one of the great cities in this country. Wonderful time. $15 though, Ron.
It is nice.
You got a $9. Are you interested in the trip, Ron?
Very nice.
Yeah? Well, you were such a good champion. I'd really like to have you had a chance at that. So not $15, $9. You would be in a tie with Stan. You still have enough money for that other great trip to England, but of course in that tie, maybe he'd win. Maybe it'll be you. Maybe for $9, I will say going once, going twice, and no sale. No, he's eyeing England. We will be right back. But you might like it with the tie. He didn't want the trip, he wanted the lead. It is Ron at 49, Stan at 40, Hillary at 15. Back with this. Built in 1599, this theater was the showplace for many of Shakespeare's works. Ron.
Stratford?
No, specifically the theater, the Globe Theater. The Globe Theater. Matter of fact, it was in London, not in Stratford. You lose 5, but a $4 lead still for the champion. What do the letters USSR stand for? Ron?
Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
You got the whole thing. You got that $5 right back with a mouthful. Yeah. What classical composer is the subject of the hit musical film Amadeus? Ron?
Mozart.
Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. 200 over the champion. Is up over the $50 mark. Big $25 money card added to the board. The 15 from before. I believe there's a $5 money card as well. A famous city. I am the largest city in my country. Vikings established me about 850 A.D. My name means Black Pool. The river Liffey flows through me and inspired a work by James Joyce. During a rebellion against the British in Ron?
Dublin?
Dublin is right, the capital of Ireland. And Ron gets that pick of the board, and most importantly for the champion, he's got control of that board.
3.
And behind number 3, we have 25.
Wow. Did he find a big one? Stan is shaking his head as Ron adds $25 to his score. And now it is catch Ron as we finish up the game with a speed round. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Ron at 79, Stan at 40, Hillary at 15. We start the speed round now. How many stripes are there on the American flag? Hillary?
13.
Right. In the movie, what could Dumbo do that other elephants couldn't? Ron?
Fly.
Right. What do the letters IQ stand for, Stan?
Intelligence quotient.
Right. How many nickels are there in a dollar? Hillary?
20.
Right. Which of our presidents had the nickname the Rail Splitter? Stan?
Abe Lincoln.
Right. Name the actor who starred with Burt Reynolds in the film City Heat. Hillary?
Clint Eastwood.
Right. What is known as the Bayou State? Ron?
Louisiana.
Right. Finish this famous title, All Quiet on the Western. Hillary? Right. In what nation can you visit the monument called the Great Sphinx? Ron?
Egypt.
Right. How many seats are there on the U.S. Supreme Court? Ron?
13.
Wrong. What sport is the specialty of Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Thomas Stan?
Boxing.
Right. Who wrote the Odyssey and the Iliad? Ron?
Homer.
Right. Name the second president of the U.S. Stan?
Thomas Jefferson.
Wrong. In what European country will you find the Po River? Ron?
Italia.
Right. In mythology, who was the time? Ron, you have done it. You are the champion once again. Congratulations. You won it going away, too. Fine champion. Second president of the United States, Adams, John Adams. And how many seats on the U.S. Supreme Court? Unless they got a couple of visitors on the end, there are only 9 of them. We will be back to the champion in a moment. Got to say goodbye to Stan and Hillary, and unfortunately, didn't pick up anything along the way. Stan, you gave him a push there for a while, and Hillary, you made a great comeback and made a game of it. We congratulate both of you. You've got the cash in front of you. Thank you for being here with us. And our champion, Ron Browner, goes shopping with me. Come on, Ron, let's go up here, and let's see what we've got. Ron, congratulations. You did very well. Now, you've got an interesting situation. Come on up here. Adding the money that you just won with to the money from before, you're up to $269. You very easily had enough money for the trip. You've got very easily, and you also passed the next level. You may have a choice. First of all, you can walk away with this. That's that trip to England. I know you like it. You easily can afford it. But also, if you didn't want that, you also easily can afford to say yes with $260. That's all you need. You've got $269. You can have this.
Keep the music rolling with this Charleston player piano, featuring handsomely styled casework and a first-class player mechanism, accented with handcrafted decorative glass, furnished by Universal Player Piano Company. This player piano normally priced at $6,902. Yours on sale of the century for only $260.
$260. You've got $269. So you could have that instead of the trip to England. You have a choice of either of the two. Let me intrigue you a little further there, Ron. The next thing up the line, you know, $340. You've seen a beautiful gold coins. One thing you haven't seen, get to $445. We might intrigue you with this beautiful item.
Get hitched to this exciting travel trailer, designed for family fun and relaxation. includes roof air conditioner and sofa bed for your comfort. Furnished by Fleetwood Enterprises. This fabulous trailer normally priced at $16,235. Yours on sale of the century for only $445.
And that's a great prize as well. I must say, we've got some really lovely prizes this week. So if you can't make up your mind between either of those two that you could have, you might want to try for everything on the stage. $750 gets you all of everything we've got, plus this.
A cash jackpot of $55,000.
You could leave us with $124,002 should you take everything for $750. But Ron, the decision right now, $269 in your bank. It will buy you the trip to England very easily, or it will buy you the beautiful player piano, or you could put the money in the bank and play on with the gold coins next, the trailer after that. Tough decision, and we'll get your decision in a moment.
Oh, yes, this is a tough one.
Back with our fine champion, Ron Browner. $269 in the bank. You've thought about it. Yes. Trip to England, I know you like.
Right.
You can afford to take that and everything else you've picked up along the way and leave us. Or you could take that player piano with everything else you've picked up along the way and leave us with that. Or put your money in the bank, try for bigger and better things. Ron, with your money, are you going to buy or are you coming back?
This is really a tough one, I have to tell you. But I think I'd like to go to England.
He's going to take that trip to England and leave us $10,500 in cash and prizes for Ron Browner. He goes off to England. I know he's been eyeing that trip. I know he's going to enjoy it. Ron, congratulations to a fine champion. So we will have 3 new challengers tomorrow night, and we'll add another $1,000 to the cash jackpot. $56,000 in the jackpot. We say goodbye to a fine champion, and for now, we say goodbye to you from Sale of the Century.
Bye-bye. All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording. This is Jay Stewart speaking. Biggest bargain sale, we're offering a Mercedes-Benz valued at $28,843 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. 2 of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Welcome to Sale of the Century. If you were not with us on our last show, our champion Ron Browner found a trip to England that he really liked, so he bought it, and with everything else, he left us with over $10,000 in cash and prizes. We wish Ron well on that trip to England. So we have 3 new challengers out here tonight. Summer Bartholomew will introduce them. Hello there, Summer.
Hello.
3 new players?
Yes, we
Who did you bring us?
have. Our first contestant invents products used in the telephone industry. From Rancho Mirage, California, help welcome Don Smith.
Hi, Don.
Our second contestant is a service coordinator for a major computer firm. Originally from Caribou, Maine, let's greet Diana Thompson.
Hello, Diana.
Our third contestant is a girls softball coach. Originally from Waukegan, Illinois, here is Preston Gartley.
Hi, Preston. And we'll see you later with some bargains, Summer. Thank you. Don, let's get acquainted with these nice people. You invent products used in the telephone industry.
Yeah, Jim, I do. And they're all used in the outside cables, so wherever I go in the country or the world, I get to see my results.
That's
very satisfying.
That's kind of nice,
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Good to have you here.
Yep.
And Diana, a service coordinator for a major computer firm. What do you do?
I talk to a lot of really interesting people all day long from all over the country, and I get to use Jim's phone lines.
So you get that with a little. Oh, good. Don, she's
Don's
making money for you.
Yeah,
there you go.
right. Keep it
Preston, girls softball coach.
Yes, I coach my daughter's softball team, and I have a lot of fun playing around with the girls.
I would think so. It's nice to get involved with the youngsters, too. That's good to have you here as well. Let's start these people off with $20. And I'll start you off with this question. In the comic strip Peanuts, what kind of creature is Woodstock? Preston?
A bird.
He is indeed a bird. $5 for the correct answer. Preston goes to 25. Your daughter would have never forgiven you if you didn't get that one right, Preston. Which 2 tools appear on the Soviet flag? Preston.
Hammer and sickle.
You got them both. Hammer and sickle it is. Preston with 2 in a row to 30. Who sits in the Oval Office? Preston?
The president.
Yeah, he's very quick with that buzzer, Don and Diana, and he goes to 35. According to the adage, what can't you teach an old dog? Preston again.
New tricks.
Yes, indeed. 4 in a row for Preston. Named after a region in northeastern France, this popular quiche contains cheese and bits of bacon. Don.
Lorraine.
That's right. Quiche Lorraine it is. Don has heard from, and he goes to 25. However, it is time now for an instant bargain, and the player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Preston, you already have a $15 lead over Don. Remember, a sale surprise with a bonus could come up at any time. Preston, Norman Nerd is here with us. Take a look at this.
Preston, here's the answer to Telephone Blahs. This great collection of phones for the different rooms of your home. Decorator styles in leather, lucite, and brass. Furnished by Futuretronics. This exciting assortment of telephones are normally priced at $494. And today on Sale of the Century, they are yours for only $7.
Preston, you already have... Hang up the phones, Norman. Good, you got... Nice, wonderful. Don, you got a new invention to try to get us out of this?
I'll work on it, Jim.
Preston, you have a $15 lead. Should you buy these phones? It's a lot of phones, $494 worth of wonderful phones for $7. Your lead would be $8. Need the phones, maybe?
Well, always can use an extra phone, of course.
You're gonna, looks like there's 4 of them there. And it looks like there's, $100 in cash to go with it, making it over $500. $594 bargain for $7. You still have an $8 lead. Diana says you should buy it, and I'm gonna say going once, going twice, and no sale. Preston did not want to buy. Hangs on to a $15 lead, and we are back with this. Cosmo's Helen Gurley Brown published the first male nude centerfold. Diana.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds posed for it, yes indeed. In what European country would you be if you were strolling through a resort called Saint-Tropez? Preston?
France.
France is where you'd be. Preston up to 45, yes. Recite the first line of Clement Moore's poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas. Done.
'Twas the night before Christmas.
That's right, and the second line... Oh, you just needed that one. That's right, 'twas the night before Christmas. The second line, of course, is or not to be, right? Yes, you got 5, Don. Time now for the fame game. Buzz in when you have an idea about this famous character. I am a fictional character based on a man named John Reed. I was created by Fran Stryker and George Trendle for a Detroit radio station. I became the star of a radio and movie serial. On TV, I was played by Clayton Moore. Don.
The Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger it is. Yes, indeed. And Don gets that pick of the board.
Well, you gotta have 3, Jim. It's gotta be.
And behind number 3, we have $600.
Well, it's worth $600 in cash. He might have been looking for money cards. He found himself some cash. It was right in your pocket, Don. That's yours to keep no matter how you finish in the game. That's interesting. The Lone Ranger was based on a real person named John Reed. We'll be right back. We are back with 3 new challengers after a champion left us with a lovely prize, and 3 good challengers they are. Preston in the lead at $45, Don at $30, Diana at $25. This question's worth $5. He showed his mettle by winning 4 track and field, Preston.
Carl Lewis.
Medals in the '84 Olympic Games. You are right. Carl Lewis it is. Preston hits 50. Good anticipation. According to the title of one of the Beatles' biggest hits, all you need is, Preston?
Love.
Love it is. Yes, Preston is 55. And Diana, he's very quick with that buzzer. He's got a $25 lead right now. In common phrases, you keep secrets under this item. You hold it in your hand while begging, and a politician throws it into the ring. Don?
A hat.
A hat is exactly what it is. Don to 35, solid hold on second place. This substance covers more than 70% of the surface. Diana?
Water.
Of the surface of the earth, the water is exactly what it is. And Diana, yes, 70%. Diana goes to 30. But Preston, you didn't want to buy with a $15 lead. Preston with a $20 lead. Now, would you like to buy?
Preston, here's a welcome guest to your next party with this lovely 5-piece silver-plated tea service from Italy. Contemporary styling, furnished by David Orgel. This elegant tea service is normally priced at $950. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $12.
Oh, Preston. You know, Preston, I was talking to your wife, and she's told me there's nothing she wants more in the entire world than that. $12 it would cost you. $950. Beautiful item.
Buy it.
Buy it, says Diana. If you would give that to your wife, I would give... You didn't want $100 in cash with it. How about if I give you $200 in cash? $950 worth of beautiful tea service, $200 in cash for just 12 bucks. You would have an $8 lead. Going once, going twice. No sale. Preston doesn't want to buy. I told your wife he wouldn't buy that. Of which international organization was Trygve Lie the first? Preston?
United Nations.
Secretary General of the United Nations is exactly what it is. Preston hits the $60 mark. Name the type of sculpture popularized by Alexander Calder, which utilizes the movement of suspended or balanced parts. Mobile or mobile. Mobile, that's the type of moving parts, mobile. No one wanted to try that. You could also say Alabama, but that's another. In what American city will you find Russian Hill, Telegraph Hill, and Nob Hill, Don?
San Francisco.
San Francisco was right, Don. Hits the $40 mark, still within $20 at Preston. Speaking of hills, Hill Street Blues star Michael Warren played basketball. Preston?
UCLA.
That's exactly where he played basketball. My goodness, you are right. Preston goes to 65. Name the federal watchdog agency that's known by the initials FDA. Preston?
Food and Drug Administration.
You got it. Preston at 70 with a $30 lead. Very nicely done. Speaking of government agencies, here's another example of your tax dollars at work. We like to fill you in. There was a $180,000 government study, and it came to the conclusion that, quote, sick people go to doctors more than people in excellent health. We'll be right back. He wanted to buy anything. He wants that lead. It's a pretty good lead right now. Preston's at 70, Don at 40, Diana at 30. We've added a $15 money card, so right now there's a 10 to 15 up there someplace. We're looking for a famous animal. I am an animal related to mites and ticks. There are more than 29,000 known kinds of us. Some are... Preston.
What's a flea?
No dollar value. Stay at 70, but out of the rest of the question, a break for Don and Diana, and we will clear the board and continue for Don and Diana. Some of us are smaller than a pinhead, while others are 10 inches long. Don.
Spiders.
Spider is exactly what it is. Yeah. 29,000 known kinds of us. And Don, you've got a big pick of the board right now.
Well, this time I think, Jim, since it was 3 before, it has to be 7.
And behind number 7, we have a multi-action gym. The Vitamaster multi-action gym offers complete range of exercises, including rowing and bench press, designed to fold easily and quickly for compact storage, furnished by Vitamaster.
Now I ask you, have you ever seen anybody so thrilled in your entire life? Don believes in the power of positive thinking. It's got to be right there. He wanted that gym set.
That'll help my tennis game, maybe, Jim.
It's what I was thinking with that question. Right away, you get the interest. An animal related to mites and ticks. I'm always interested in anything related to what a silly. Back to business. Preston, you are back in. The development and mass production of what invention is credited to George Eastman? Preston.
Camera.
Camera. Kodak the film. Yes, Preston at the 75. This Arabic word meaning fringe is used for the art of creating decorative articles by knotting rope or string. What is it? Preston?
Macrame.
Macrame is exactly what it is, and Preston now with a $40 lead. Name the comedian who wrote and directed such films as Take the Money and Run and Annie Hall. Don?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen is right, beating Preston in the buzzer. Don goes to 45. But it is Preston who has stretched out his lead even further. You now have a $35 lead. You didn't want to buy with a $10 lead. You didn't want to buy with a $20 lead. With a $35 lead, can we interest you in this?
Preston, you'll have the times of your life saved with this lightweight color video camera with removable microphone, plus an 8-hour versatile video cassette recorder furnished by Sharp. This great video package is normally priced at $1,399, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $16.
Oh, that's lovely. You know, Summer, that Preston's wife told me that she wanted to take pictures of their 9-year-old daughter. They don't have any pictures of their 9-year-old. Aw, Preston, with a 9-year-old at home, how can you resist? $1,399 for $16. You've got a very big lead. So with that lead, $35 lead, I am going to leave the price right where it is. You want this lovely video equipment, it'll cost you $16 and you would still have a big lead. Going once.
Buy 2.
Going twice. And now he'll buy. Good job. What a great time to buy. Sale surprise goes with it. Oh, Preston, you haven't wanted to buy. You finally bought terrific. I know the family's going to enjoy that. I was teasing about that, but it will be great to take pictures of your daughter with that. And it wouldn't be too bad to also put this in your pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $900 in cold cash. Almost $2,300 for just $16. We knocked the $16 off your score. Preston, as promised, you still have a good-sized lead. Don and Diana will try to catch him as we go down to the wire right after this. Enjoy that, Preston. Great try. Now, Preston was telling me he needed something like that with his 9-year-old daughter. Enjoy that lovely video equipment and the cash, and you still enjoy the lead. Preston at 64, Don at 45, Diana at 30. We're back with this. According to the Bible, what unusual weapon did David use? Preston?
Slingshot?
Slingshot, either one acceptable. Our judge previously told me that will accept sling or slingshot to slay the giant Goliath, and you've got another 5. Yes. Name the army post where the U.S. government keeps a depository. Preston?
Fort Knox.
With more than $6 billion in gold, Fort Knox in Kentucky, you are right over the $70 mark. In his long screen career, this actor portrayed Michelangelo, John the Baptist. Preston?
Charlton Heston.
You are right with 3 in a row, and Preston gets that money back very quickly from that big buy. Well, we've added a $25 money card up there on the board. A lot of money cards up there. Buzz in when you know a famous person. I am a monarch who played an important role in history. When I married in 1469, 2 large kingdoms were united. In 1485, I was approached by a man with an interesting idea. Preston?
Isabel?
I'm sorry?
Isabel?
Isabella in Spanish. Our judge is shaking his head. You are right. Oh. We were talking about Columbus and Queen Isabella. It is. Preston took a chance, paid off with a big pick of the board.
Oh, right in the middle, number 5.
And behind number 5, we have $400. Road pick again.
Preston's got a pretty good lead right now. You've got $79 to Don's 45. Do you want to put $400 in your pocket, or do you think you might need one of those money cards?
Oh, number 9.
And behind number 9, we have $25.
The big one. Hit that big money card. Very quickly, where were the 10 and 15?
Behind the number 1 and the number 6.
But he found the big one. And Preston, we add that to your score. He's over the $100 mark. It is Catch Preston time as we finish up the game with a speed round. Preston at $104, Don at 45, Diana at 30. For Don and Diana, I can only say good luck. You've got some catching up to do, but a lot of questions as we start the speed round now. What branch of the military is looking for a few good men? Preston.
The Marines.
Right. According to the old legend, what disaster was the work of Mrs. O'Leary's cow? Preston.
Great Chicago Fire.
Right. What dried fruit gives us raisins? Diana.
Prunes.
Wrong. What kind of animal would you be if you were registered with the AKC? Preston.
A dog.
Right. Name the city in Ohio known as the rubber capital of the world. Don.
Akron.
Right. What was the famous nickname of World War I flying ace? Don.
Baron von...
Time. Which European capital stands astride the Tiber River? Don.
Rome.
Right. What's the special term for a family of lions? Preston.
Pride.
Right. On what great river will you find Hoover Dam? Preston.
The Colorado.
Right. What is the nickname of cattle thief and killer William H. Bonney? Preston.
Billy the Kid.
Right. Name the Massachusetts town made famous in 1692 by Preston.
Salem.
Right. Ooh. Name the Civil War general who was famed for his fiery march through Georgia. Preston.
Lee.
Wrong. What country gave us the... Time is up at Preston with a big win. Congratulations. Wow. $134. Very nicely done, Preston. Back with our new champion in just a moment. First of all, the march through Georgia, it was Sherman. Sherman's March to the Sea. Remember that one? And you answered correctly. The Massachusetts town, I was going to say, by its notorious witchcraft trials in 1692, it was indeed Salem. And Don, you gave me the question rather than the answer as time was running out. I was going to ask you, World War I flying ace Baron von Richthofen. We wanted the nickname, which is the Red Baron. His name was Richthofen. And dried fruit gives us raisins. Grapes. We've got to say goodbye to Don and Diana. Well, Don, I'm glad you got a chance to pick something up. You've got that gym. You've got $650 in cash.
Right.
You're over $1,000 in cash and prizes. Not too bad. Thank you for joining us, sir. Diana didn't pick up anything along the way. Preston just kind of shot in there. We thank you. We've got the cash in front of you.
Time.
Thank you for being with us. That's nice to hear. Thank you, Diana. But it is our new champion, Preston Gartley, who joins me. Come on, Preston, let's go shopping with a big $134. That's a big win. Very big win, $134. You did some buying as well. Here you stand, $134 very easily. All you have to do is say yes, and you can also walk away with this.
Here's the shopping spree of the century. Indulge yourself with a fantasy trip to all of your favorite stores. Make your dreams come true. If you want it, it's yours. This luxurious treat, normally priced at $3,000. Yours on sale of the century for only $85.
And you've got $134, so very easily you can afford that. And what Jay was saying really is $3,000 in cash. You could take that with everything else you've picked up. That'll put you well over the $5,000 mark, and you could leave us. Now, you know that we change our shopping merchandise every 5 shows. Everything is going to change, and you've been made aware that as everything changes, $85 would buy a beautiful stereo system. The next thing up the line for you, you would need a win with $41 more to get to a total of $175 is an exercise machine. Very lovely. Beautiful ladies' watch your wife might enjoy. She told me that she wanted that.
Talk to her more than I do.
Then there's something that Preston really likes is a speedboat. A trip to China is beautiful. The car's going to change. It'll be this lovely automobile. If you can't make up your mind, how about all the prizes on the stage for $640? $750 gets you all the prizes plus this.
A cash jackpot of $56,000.
And that's rising. So, Preston, your decision, you can take $3,000 in cold cash with everything else you've picked up and leave us. You can buy $3,000 in cash for $134. Or put the money in the bank and play on. You think about it for a moment. I'll count the money, and we will be back. Talking to the fine champion Preston Gartley, and you're marking $134 is one very big total. But all you would have needed is $85 of it to walk away with the $3,000 in cash and everything else you've picked up along the way. But you could put the $134 in the bank. The next thing is the exercise machine, then the ladies' watch. That's very close, $260. You've got $134. You can maybe get that on the very next show. I know you're eyeing the speedboat, however. We don't make it easy for you, do we, Preston?
That's for sure.
The decision right now, take this cash and everything else you've picked up and leave us, as our champion did last night, or put your $134 in the bank and play on. Preston, what's it going to be?
I'm going to play on, Jim.
You're going to play on. You are eyeing that speedboat, I think. Sure. He likes the boat. Will he make it? Well, we'll find out. We'll have a couple of new challenges out here. We will add another $1,000 to the cash jackpot. The cash jackpot goes to $57,000 and continues to rise. Preston's money is in the bank. 2 new challengers. Have a nice weekend, and we'll see you Monday evening on Sale of the Century. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording. This is Jay Stewart speaking.